So now let's do a most widely done activity in Linux, that is looping on file data. So often you must iterate through items stored inside a file. This requires combining two of the techniques that has been covered so far. So one is using nested loops changing, and second one is the ifs environment variable. This is very important. Ifs environment variable, that's capital I, capital F, capital S. Sorry. So by changing the ifs environment variable, you can force the command to handle each line in the file as a separate item for processing, even if the data contains spaces after you have extracted an individual line in the file. You may have to loop again to extract data contained within it. And the classic example of this type of processing or looping on file data is is basically looping the data in etc pass wd file, because this is widely done activity. So that's the reason I have taken this example. This requires that you iterate through the forward slash etc forward slash for pass wd file line by line. Literally I'm saying line by line, and then change the ifs variable value to a colon, so you can separate the individual components in each line. I'll show you directly with an example, and then I'll explain. So before that, you just go through the code here once, and then we will jump into the example or an exercise. So ifs.old, so this is our environment variable, that's ifs. And then 4 is our keyword, entry is our iterative variable, in is our keyword. Then after that we have a cat, the concatenation, and then forward slash etc forward slash pass wd. That's where our file lies, so that's the location we have given. After that, you do what you have to do: echo values in entry, each line, echo each line in that. Then the most important thing, we have equated our ifs, that is our environment variable, as a colon. So now what does it says? You separate the value based on the colon, you divide the values based on the colon. So and then and one more inner loop for value. So this time each line will be separated, each line will be bifurcated into different words based on colon, based on ifs environment variable. That's the inner for loop. Again, here we are using nested loops only. Let's take an example and let's run it. Vim 90 loop file.sh, I insert mode as usual, the first one. Then after that, changing the ifs value. So ifs, here is the logic that I'm talking about. Ifs is equal to colon. What does it mean? Here the ifs variable value to a colon, so you can separate the individual components in each line which are separated by colon. If you see the pass wd, each line, basically each line is separated by a forward slash and sorry backward slash, and that is the reason our first ifs for the main for loop or outer for loop is backward slash n. But whereas inside the line each word is separated by the colon. That's the reason ifs variable takes the colon here. So now this is the, with this logic we are reading through the line first, and then we are iterating to the each word, and we are bifurcating the each word based on the colon. That is the logic of this snippet, this script. Let's execute and see. Before we execute the script, let's give a permission to the cell to execute it. So it's a 9 loop and then 9. That's it. Here is the information what you are expecting. 1001 home test, everything. Initially it was separated by line, and then each line has been further divided into words based on colon. You can see I will go up, I'll find out the first line, I'll scroll up, and then I'll find out the information about the root user. Let's hope it may take more time, I guess. Should I continue? What do you guys suggest me? Should I continue or should I stop it? Should I keep scrolling up or what should I do? Okay. Yep. Here is the first one. If you see it, the first one values in root, and after that this one is completely bifurcated into root and then x and 0 based on the colon. Okay. So this script uses the two different IFS, just to give more understanding about that. This script uses two different IFS values to parse the data. The first IFS value parses. What it does? Just a minute. I'll put the script here on right side because it would be helpful. Yep. What the first IFS value? Look at here. This point. The first IFS value parses the individual lines in the /etc /passwd file, and the inner IFS, what it does is the inner for loop next changes the IFS value to the colon, so which allows you to parse the individual lines within the /etc passwd line. So this is how we are able to separate the each word in that passwd file. When you run this script, we got by and large this kind of information.